Hi, I'm Dr. Rachel Schreiber, and today we're going to talk a little bit about skin testing. Skin testing is a very easy and quick way to determine whether someone does or does not have allergies. And we use skin tests to determine whether you may have food allergy or environmental allergy. An environmental allergen is anything that's in the air. Dust, mold, pollens, cat, dog, feather, cockroach, these are all things we test for. It's a very quick, easy, safe procedure. There's no blood involved, there's no needle involved, and we have some videos that we're going to share with you as to what it all looks like. A couple of tips if you're preparing for skin testing. You should not take any antihistamines prior to skin testing. That means orally. An oral antihistamine is something like Benadryl, Allegra, Claritin, Zyrtec, Xyzal. Over-the-counter cold medicines can contain antihistamines. So none of those kinds of meds. And even certain nasal sprays like azolastine and olopatadine do contain antihistamines, so you want to hold those for a week prior to testing. And some allergy eye drops can contain antihistamine as well. So hold those antihistamines for a week prior to testing so we can get a good test result. And here are some videos that will show you what it's all about. This is our multi-test skin test device, and Kadi's gonna open it. And then we have the device inside. And here you can see the different parts of it, and we just press this device onto the skin to do a skin test. Now Sammy's arms are on the table and Kadi is just wiping his forearms off with alcohol. Now we are marking the skin so we can identify each allergen as we place it. And now we're gonna place the skin test on Sammy's skin. So there's our first panel. Sammy, how did that feel?
It did not hurt.
Oh, that's good. Okay. What did it feel like? Can you describe it at all?
It's a little prickle.
Okay. There you go. And we're gonna just move in a little bit closer to see the next one with our... So you see it's just a press on the skin. Now we're gonna wait 15 to 20 minutes and see how these react. And let's get a close-up of your arms here. See, it's just little drops of serum on the arms. And so that's why we don't wanna touch the arms now, because if I touched it, I can mix these things together. So we just stay still and let them cook a little. We are now 4 minutes into this skin testing, and Sammy told me he is a little itchy. This right here is our positive control, so you can see that that's starting to react. A positive control should react. It tells us it's a good test. Our positive control is called histamine, and here's our negative control. It's just saline, which is salt water, and that's what a negative test could look like. So we measure everything against these two controls, the positive control and the negative control. We have about 4 minutes left on our timer, and you can see that some of these tests are starting to turn positive. The positive test looks like a little mosquito bite. Move on to this arm as well, and we can see it's pretty easy on Sammy to see what's positive and what's negative, but we're gonna give it the entire time. And our timer is going off. We're gonna stop the timer, and we're gonna read Sammy's skin test. Now when I read these, I just place the tissue over, and I don't mix up anything. I just place it to dry them off. And here we're gonna do it here and here. Okay, A panel here, this is the A panel, looks pretty negative. And as you could see, we placed 8 tests at a time. Here's the B panel. These 4 are negative, 5, 6, 7 are negative, but 8 is positive. 8 is an oak tree. And on the C panel here, 1, 2, 3, 4 are negative. 5 may have a tiny little thing there. 6 is negative, 7 is positive, the little positive reaction, and 8 is positive. And 8 here is perennial ryegrass. In order for something to be positive, it has to have this wheel, that raised area, and a flare, this red area around it. Then over on this panel, again, we have a positive test here. This is Timothy grass. Sammy has a grass pollen allergy. And these guys are negative. And then on this panel, again, we have our positive control and our negative control, and everything else here is negative. And that is the end of the skin test. How was it?
It was easy.
Okay, good. Then we record everything. So we have a list of what Sammy's positive and negative to. And I used this cotton ball with alcohol just to wipe the skin and get the ink off. And then I'll just apply a little bit of hydrocortisone, something like this, to help calm the reactions down. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.